So the earthquake in Charleston in 1886 was a magnitude 7.3 earthquake.
138 years later.
And this was an earthquake that occurred on land in a city, so it had a much greater impact than many other magnitude 7s.
An earthquake that left extensive damage.
Over 80% of all stone and brick buildings in the city were destroyed, and 60 people or so were killed.
Damages that are still being seen today, like at the Cathedral Church of St. Luke and St. Paul, a church News 4 visited earlier this week that is still working on repairs from this very earthquake. But the damages extend far beyond Charleston.
So apparently 30 states, people in 30 states felt it. There was damage even in Alabama, which is several states away from Charleston, and people in Chicago reported feeling it, particularly people on skyscrapers in Chicago.
But is an earthquake like this likely to happen again in Charleston?
If you go to the Charleston area and dig through the muds, there you can see occasional evidence of these large earthquakes, and it always looks like the same kind of size, and the recurrence interval is about 500 years.
And if it did happen in this time frame, what would that damage look like?
So there would be billions of dollars of economic loss. In terms of human loss, there would be some, maybe on the order of a few hundred people. There would be lots of people made homeless in particular. And there would be lots of sanitation problems too. There's a million or so people who live in the Charleston area without access to clean water. So yes, people will die during, but then if you don't respond to that really quickly, people will die afterwards just through water issues, water quality problems.
But Dr. Frost says scientists have learned from this earthquake.
So we know better where the earthquakes occur. We know better how the ground responds to different shaking. Because it's Charleston, it's a lot of sand and mud and saturated sediments, and they amplify shaking in an earthquake. And so we also know better how to deal with both of those things, how to position our buildings or to build foundations that would be more resistant in the result of another earthquake.
Working for you, Lauren Lennon, News 4.
Dr. Frost added that, in his opinion, South Carolina is doing well in terms of preparing for the uncertain. He says there are 4 seismometers in the Charleston area that are used to detect earthquakes and help with any follow-up after an earthquake.